Hello everyone, it is 4:07 a.m. Friday, April 1st, Tampa, Florida. I am Tampa J. No, this is not an April Fool's joke. I have to leave Florida. Driving myself to the airport. 4:11 a.m. I'm on Kennedy Boulevard, heading for the airport. I'll be there in less than 5 minutes. I only live 3 miles from the airport. Oh, like cats and dogs, I tell you. A little thunderstorm. Early morning thunderstorm here in Tampa. I'm approaching the airport right now. Look, Tampa International Airport. You can barely see it. It's there you go, under the bridge. I always park at the long-term parking garage. You just hit your ticket right here.
Touch screen for ticket.
Thank you. And there it is, right there. Here we go. So, I'm gonna document my experience traveling. Welcome to my travel vlog. Let's just go back. Let's go way back. Originally today, April 1st, 2022, I was supposed to be waking up in Boston, Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts. Why? I swear this is not an April 1st, April Fool's Day prank. It is not. I have to leave Florida. All right, back to the Boston story. Boston, Fenway Park with my buddy, Adam the Woo, watching my Tampa Bay Rays take on, taking on the Boston Red Sox. Opening day MLB was supposed to happen. We had tickets. That got canceled, postponed. Opening day got moved because of the MLB lockout. So that made this weekend absolutely free. No plans, no vlogging plans, nothing in stone. And so there's the first thing there. I'm heading this way. Right here. There's an elevator over there. Heading to the elevator to the train. And so, late last weekend, I got a call from my mom. And also another additional call from my first cousin, my cousin Brandon. Shout out to him. Grandma, my grandmother, is not doing so well. She's been very sick lately, and they thought it would be best that I come up and visit with her soon. And so everything just kind of came together, and I didn't really have anything going on this weekend. Again, originally I was supposed to be up in Boston. So things kind of came together and I booked a flight. And here I am, one bag, my backpack, on my back, heading to Indianapolis. So I thought I'd document my experience today. Take you along with me, my journey home. There's a thunderstorm outside. It is the lightning capital of the world, folks. And before I left here, I lost power in my apartment. Yeah, so family's always has come first to me. Family's always come first. So I want to go see my grandma. I love her so much and I'm worried about her. I want to give her a hug. And as far as vlogging, I thought I'd vlog my travel day today. Show you, you know, where I'm going, update you, and update everyone on what's going on in my life. That's it. As far as any other videos this weekend, I'm not quite sure yet. I do want to take advantage of this time, this short period of time I have to spend with my family. I have a huge family. I grew up in East Central Indiana. I moved to Florida when I was 17, but 95% of my family, including my mom now, live back in the town I was born, a town called Newcastle. And I also lived in other places around East Central Indiana, and I thought I'd kind of drive through those towns and just kind of give you a little history of Tampa J, a Hoosier living in Florida, his old stomping ground. So that's what I'm doing today. And also, I can't go any further without thanking my beautiful, amazing, wonderful girlfriend, Chris. I love you. Chris, my girl. Thank you for hanging back and taking care of Bella for me, and just being, you know, just the kindest, most biggest heart that I've ever met. And I couldn't have done this without you. So thank you, Chris, my girl. Shout out to her. Ooh, it's crazy, isn't it? All right, guys, I gotta hit the monorail. Here's my experience There's a bunch ahead. Oh yeah. Parking my car here and heading to the train right here, the monorail. I probably won't make this one on purpose. I'll catch the next one. Chris the girl actually volunteered to drive me to the airport this morning, like she did a couple times before, but I had to get up at about 3:30, so I didn't want to wake her, and I kind of wanted to vlog the process, the planes, trains, and automobiles, especially the parking garage. I wanted to show you what the parking garage was like. So I parked here, and I'm gonna take the train over the monorail. But shout out to Chris for always picking me up and dropping me off at the airport. The last few months she's been doing that, so very awesome girlfriend. I love you. I always download my boarding pass so I don't have to, you know, check anything in. I also travel light. I always carry only one backpack when I travel, so I don't pay any baggage fees. I just get right on the plane.
Next stop is a main terminal station. This will be the final stop.
All right, just came down the escalator off of the train. I wanted to vlog more of the train, but it was packed with people. We were like sardines in there. Didn't want to film everyone as they're traveling. But here we are at the main terminal of TIA. And there's something here, something I've been wanting to see. I was tagged on it several times this week on all my social media platforms. Check this out. Hold on. This isn't it. That's a bunch of ladders right there. That's pretty cool. Looks like French fries. But there was something that multiple people tagged me on, something they knew I would love to see, that was recently put up here in the Tampa International Airport main terminal, and I can see it over there. I'm getting excited. Meet me at the Flamingo soon. Giant flamingo. 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 Oh my gosh, I love my flamingos. And this is epic. This is amazing. Check it out. It's all blocked off here with this yellow fence. It is giant. It is so huge. I love this. I can't believe I'm here. I don't want to leave. I don't want to get on my flight. I mean, look at the size of the snout. Check this out. This is amazing. This is so cool they did this. It's such a gimmick. Such a cool thing to bring people in here. I don't know who created this. I don't see any information over here. Oh, maybe the sign. Maybe this will tell us what this is about. But this is pretty cool. Right here, smack dab in the middle of the main terminal. Oh, okay, so it really truly is under construction. It's going to be more of a display. So here's the neck, and there it is right there. This is supposed to look like water, like a flamingo pokes his head under the water to eat on the bottom of the floor. Oh look, they got the lights right. Look at this, looks like water. But yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like right there when it's all said and done. This is pretty legit. I love that they did this. They blasted it all over social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I got tagged by a bunch of folks. Thanks for tagging me, everyone. And it worked out. I was actually coming here this week. They just put this out earlier this week. So there you go, the giant flamingo of the Tampa International Airport. Might get some photos with it before I go. And I gotta catch my flight. Perfect product placement. Flamingos here, everywhere, and flamingos right over here. Check it out. Flamingo. Perfect product placement. Ooh, Tampa Flamingo shirt. Oh, do they have that in double XL? I don't know, but they should. Perfect product placement. I'm gonna miss you, Flamingo. I'll be back. I'll be back in a couple days. Oh yeah. Ooh. A little pro tip, when you're boarding these shuttles to go out to the terminal at TIA or Tampa International, go to the front one, because when you get off, you're gonna be closer to the TSA checkpoint. And I should have came earlier. There is a long line. I keep forgetting that it's spring break time and a lot of people are flying home. Oh boy. I obviously would have been here a little sooner if I wasn't making the video and stopping, but it is 5:01 My flight leaves at 6:10, and I land in Indianapolis at 8:32, and I feel pretty confident I'm gonna get on this flight. What I'm not feeling confident about is that I'm gonna get a cup of coffee before I get on the flight. I need my coffee. 5:12, and I'm already through TSA. They made it fast. They opened up like 5 lanes, and I swept right through. So this is how, you know, you lay out your stuff. I put my camera in this bag, or this bin with the laptop. And then of course my shoes, all my accessories there. And I put my backpack in, of course, which I already have. Just wanted to show you that. I do the same thing every time. I'm very habitual. I travel a lot. It always looks like this. And sometimes I put my hat in there. Sometimes. All right, welcome to Terminal Alpha. Got a Ron John surf shop in here. Also, you can just buy all kinds of things like drinks and snacks, which I have done before. I might do that before I go to my gate. A18 is my gate, all the way at the end. I like this shirt. It's very Miami Vice, Tampa, Florida. I always enjoy seeing these birds hanging above the walkway here in the terminal. Check out the Starbucks line. Nope, not happening today. I don't have enough time to stay in the line for Starbucks. And this is the next best thing that I can find besides standing in a long line for Starbucks coffee. I'm actually standing in line right now though. Airport's pretty busy this morning. Also, I got my Cliff Bar. It is 5:22 and I have made it to my gate. Check it out. Heading back home to Indiana. Flight leaves at 6:10. All right, it's 5:30 and we're already boarding. This is going pretty smooth. So I did not.
You're seated in the emergency exit row. Please take a moment to review that safety information card in front of you. Please ask to be reseated if you do not meet the selection criteria on the front of the card. May suffer any bodily harm on performing those listed functions. Have a non-discernible condition which prevents you from performing those functions. Not willing and or able to perform them. Do not wish to be seated in the emergency exit row. Please, you're not required to let us know why you wish to be reseated. Also, if you're seated in a window seat, make sure those window shades stay open. Once again, welcome aboard.
Okay, everybody got to say it. Let's try it again. Say neighbor. Please keep your mask on. The whole flight.
Flight time today from takeoff touchdowns will be 1 hour and 58 minutes. Just call it 2 hours. It will probably be a little bumpy out of here. We've asked flight attendants to remain seated until we're sure it's safe to get up. We get to Indianapolis. It's currently 34 degrees, light snow. So hopefully that'll be nice as well by the time we get there.
I need everyone's hands up, please. And right. Good. Now go all the way down and touch your toes. Go all the way down. All the way down. Now while you're down there, give all the trash you're trying to leave. All them cups, all them lids. Anything you drink. Flight attendants are coming down the aisle to pick up all the trash, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not leave any trash on the aircraft. We do have another flight after this one. Want to keep the aircraft as clean as possible. Thank you.
And we made it to Indianapolis. Cold. Gotta get my jacket out of my bag too. 34 degrees here. For those of you who don't know, I grew up in Indiana, was born here, moved to Florida when I was 17. So Purdue Boilermakers, Indiana Hoosiers. Awesome to see this stuff again. Always awesome to be reminded of my youth. Sports was a big deal, college sports especially. Purdue and IU basketball. Love them both, even though they're kind of rivals. My dad was a coach and we celebrated both teams and visited both colleges and games in my youth. I was a basketball player. Big basketball family. My brother actually coaches in the NCAA. Coaches basketball to this day. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Indy 500. I attended the last Indianapolis 500 last May here in Indianapolis. The greatest spectacle in racing. I grew up going to the racetrack. Racing and basketball is kind of in the Hoosier blood here. Big events. Cool to see this Indy car right here. There was another one, an older one from the 1930s in its place. This is an update to the airport. This car, let's see. Oh, Danica Patrick's rookie car. Indy 500 legend Danica Patrick. That's pretty cool to see. That's her rookie car, number 16. Also new, right beside the Indy car, this legendary dairy mural. This adorable looking cow. Got milk? Holding a milk here. Oh, and on some cheese? What's this say? Ice cold milk from cow to you in 48 hours. A trip worth taking. There's also another cow over here. Oh, he's got some yogurt. How adorable. Adorable. This mask is kind of muffling my my speech here. Back home again in Indiana. Is it May yet? Another Indy car right here. It's very cool to see. I'm singing the song they always sang before the Indy 500 that Jim Neighbors sang, and I always sing that every time I come back to Indiana. And you can see that or hear that in every one of my vlogs that I vlogged here. The first ones when I first arrived to the Hoosier State. Back home again in Indiana. Welcome to Indianapolis. And I always enjoy putting the I in Indy. I'm gonna try to do it real quick. There we go.
Yeah, see how he was.
Put the I in Indy. That's how you do it. Alright, take a screenshot, it'll last longer. Get it? Alright, okay. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
And I remember coming back to Indiana after moving to Florida. We came back to visit in November 2008 when this airport opened up. I remember coming to the Indianapolis airport in kindergarten for a field trip, the old airport. It's one of my first field trips. We got to go out on the runway, go to the fire station, we got McDonald's. A long time ago. We're talking like 1991 or 92. But yeah, this Ball State University, Muncie, Indiana flyer has been donated. It says, "We fly." Right underneath it, taking the escalator down and over to my rental car, which I reserved at rentalcars.com. Always love reserving there because you don't have to put a credit card in to reserve a car. And if you do it far out, you get a cheaper rate. The sooner you book a rental car, obviously, just like an airline ticket, the further out, the cheaper it is. They go up. Like if I were to come in here today and rent a car, it'd be like $600. But it's gonna cost a little less than $200. Check this out, baggage claim over here. Just showing you my experience today. And what's going on with me? Hope you don't mind, something different. Something always different happening here on this channel. And if you didn't know, I have a fear of escalators because of a bad experience watching a Rescue 911 episode hosted by the one and only William Shatner. Yep. Scared me, terrified me when I was a kid. Oh no, I made it. I conquered my fears. But yeah, family is everything to me. I can't express that enough. So I'm glad I was able to come home and I'm able to spend time with my grandparents, especially my grandma, not doing so well. I'm coming to give you a hug, Grandma. I know she watches. I love you. And I love all of our times together. Good times ahead. I don't know if I'm going to document all those in video. It's more personable. But this could be my only video this weekend. We'll see. I've only got, I've got about 40, about 72 hours to go. Check this out. This is always cool to see. Escalator. These things light up. Hold on. I think I actually have to, yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is awesome. Oh, I've shown this a couple times. Look at that, it's going off the rails for us. I don't know what happened, but that was cool. As soon as you get off here, directly below us, I made it. Directly below us, escalators to the left and to the right, to the rental cars. Very super easy airport. This one and Tampa, my two favorites. I'm a little biased, but they're some of the best airports, Tampa and Indianapolis, to maneuver through. The logistics is just easy and awesome. And down here is rental car row. Looks like a lot of people are renting at Avis this morning. Avis and Budget. And I'm in the same line because I booked with Payless, which is part of Budget and Avis, and it's right here. And it looks like, yeah, just a couple people renting out cars this morning. Hopefully this line will go pretty fast. Oh, I should probably get a time update too, tell you what time it is. It is 8:51, my flight landed at 8:30, so I'm about on time. Left a little late out of Tampa. And I want to point out that everyone rented a car with Budget today and Payless. Not too many folks in line over there. 9:52, that took exactly an hour to stand in that line and rent my car. And here it is. They said I was in spot G10. Looks like I have a Mitsubishi SUV from Missouri. 200 bucks for my 2.5 day duration rental car here. 200 bucks and 300 for the emergency spur of the moment flight. This is a $500 weekend, my friends. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Can't really afford it right now, but thank you, American Express. Thank you. All right, here we go. Menu. Media. Got some Under Oath playing. Oh, I don't think it's gonna show my my navigation display. Oh well. I've got it on my phone. Looks like we got about a half hour, a little over a half hour to the first stop. I'm gonna show you some things on my way to Newcastle. Staying with my mom this weekend. Gonna stay at her house and visit all of my family as I'm going out to Newcastle, where I'm from, originally born. I'm gonna show you where I grew up. Greenfield and New Palestine. I spent a majority of my boyhood in Greenfield and New Palestine, Indiana, Hancock County, but all my family's from Henry County, Newcastle, and I grew up there as well. Moved a ton. As I'm exiting here, I'm telling you my story. Okay, let me get this situated. And here we are, not a bad looking day. I think the sun's gonna come out. It was snowing this morning. I got the news it was snowing this morning as I was taking off from Tampa. The captain enlightened us. Oh, this car is making funny noises. Gotta get used to it. But yeah, back home again in Indiana. Here I am. Come to see you, Grandma. Come to see you, Mom. Grandma, Grandpa. This weekend's for you guys. I appreciate you guys always watching me and joining me for all of my adventures, all the videos. I love making videos, and I love taking you with me. I've said that. I haven't said that lately, like I love taking you with me, but I used to say that all the time, and it's the truth. It's just an absolute pleasure and an honor to have the capability and the freedom to just fire up this camera and take you along. If not, I'd be traveling alone. Well, not always alone. Sometimes Chris the girl, my beautiful girlfriend, is with me, or I'm collabing with you know, fellow YouTubers. She's a YouTuber herself. But yeah, when I hit the road and I'm out on these adventures by myself, and it's not a I'm not gonna say it's not a happy weekend, it's a happy weekend, but you know, it's an emotional weekend. You come visit family and then you leave, and that's never, you know, it's never easy, but I try to come often and visit with them, and it's just an absolute therapeutic thing for me to video about it and express myself, to be able to share this with you guys, and I appreciate you tuning in for that. I use this platform for a lot of different things, different content, and I'd like to take this video to just kind of vent as I'm going down memory lane, heading to an area I haven't been to. Well, I've been through it, but you know, I don't come here so often, but an area where I grew up, spent time with my family. You know, it means a lot to me to show you these things, and I plan on showing more of this stuff. Chris the girl's gonna come up to Indiana someday with me, and she's my soulmate. I just want to say it. I've had the best time of my life with her the past 5-6 months now, and without a doubt, she's the love of my life, and there's much ahead with us. So definitely I want to bring her up here hopefully soon and let her meet my family. Well, not let her, but hopefully she'll like to meet my family. And yeah, that would mean a lot to me, and I know it would mean a lot to Chris. So yeah, much ahead with all that. Currently on Interstate 70 heading east. Gonna head southeast to a little town called New Palestine, where I used to live with my family and used to go to school. My first elementary school. It's a little town, a lot of little towns, small towns, as John Mellencamp would say, in Indiana. Cannot forget where I come from. Cannot forget the people who love me. And that thing down there says it's 37 degrees, 37 degrees. Just entering my old stomping grounds, New Palestine, and I caught this little beans and donut shop. This is new. I need to get coffee. That monster back in Tampa was short-lived, let's put it that way. I need some caffeine. So I'm gonna get some coffee in here. Just wanted to show you real quick. And yes, even though I'm freezing out here, I still got iced coffee. I don't know, I just love it. Something I picked up in Florida. Standing out here along US Highway 52. This looks totally different than it did back when I lived here. Actually, my dad owned but leased a house that used to sit on the corner over here for his fence business, kind of an office, and it is not there anymore. Torn down years ago, and my brother actually went to preschool right over here. This building's new, but the building over here to the left, that was there. That's where my brother went to preschool. I'm heading into New Palestine. This was not here back in the day. This used to be a really small town, still is, just, you know, just like any place, new additions. But we're heading to where I used to live and rent videotapes. I'm gonna show you the old video rental store where I used to get movies from. The town is a lot slower than the highway that runs through it. Very small. Always fun to be back here. It looks the same but different. The buildings have changed, the businesses have changed, but always the same feeling. Feels good. Memories. So here's the town scoop. We used to go back and forth with how we pronounce New Palestine, New Palestine, New Palestine. Half the town says Steen, half the town says Stein. It's kind of like a young Frankenstein thing. Always thought it was hilarious, but I've always said New Palestine. Kind of like Palestine, but New Palestine. But this mural is awesome. I don't remember it being here the last time I passed through town. 1871 to 2021. That's a long time. And this building is actually a, looks like a liquor store. This wasn't always a liquor store. Actually, where I'm walking right now, there used to be a building here. Oh, it used to be the fire station. One of my first field trips, ladies and gentlemen, from my elementary school, which is not too far from here. I'll show you that in a second, but this is Main Street up here, US 52. There used to be a fire station right here. Remember coming up here and hanging out with the firemen, the firefighters. Still in the same lot at the corner of Jim Road and 52. Right here behind my rental car, this building over here that says New Pal Nutrition. This used to be the town video store, the video rental store. Video Junction. Had a train theme because the train tracks sit right behind this place. This is a very nostalgic building for me. Some of the first times I watched movies, well, not the first time, but the first time I ever watched some movies was because I rented them here with my dad at this store, Video Junction. It was on the end here. And later they would put a Blimpies in here. There was a Blimpies over here at one point. But this building was here when I was a young kid. We're talking about 6, 7 years old. Video Junction. So very cool to show you this. And I got something for you. I knew I was coming here, so I wanted to bring something. This is pretty cool. Okay, so I staged this a little bit. Here we are, friends. I have with me my copy, The Return of the Living Dead 1984, which was purchased and once rented beforehand. The first time I ever watched this movie, I grabbed the copy, bought it from the store as it was shutting down in the late the late 90s. I got this right in there. And I remember renting it, my dad renting it for me years beforehand, like in the mid-90s. And we came in here when we heard that Video Junction was going out of business. There was a sign in the window of this building right here. And we went in there, and of all the movies I could have picked, I picked this one up right here. And right there's one of the rental tag numbers on it still. That had kind of the, you know, the little system that had like the little circle things with the numbers on them, and you pick them up like the little tabs. It was that kind of system. And you would take it to the counter and they'd put the tape in the box. All the tapes were behind the counter inside Video Junction here, but classic movie, brought it back to its home. I doubt this has ever happened before. There's probably people looking out the window wondering what the heck I'm doing right now. But I have brought the videotape back to Video Junction, my copy of The Return of the Living Dead. Classic. Love that movie. Oh, check this out too. I'll show you the tape. Here it is, HBO home video, Return of the Living Dead 1984. I wonder how many homes around this area this tape was once in. I know it was in mine, and I'm gonna show you exactly where that home was. One of the many homes my family had around New Palestine. But we first moved here in, I think, 92 or 93 to New Palestine from the Newcastle area. Welcome to New Palestine Elementary. This is where I started my education, right here. Actually, literally right here on this side. This was the kindergarten wing. This has not changed. This is amazing. This is where the buses used to come in. I would get dropped off at the bus. That back classroom right back there, my kindergarten teacher. Not changed. New Palestine Elementary School. I would go in and out of the door right there. Back in 1992, 93, and their mascot, the New Palestine Dragons. I was a little dragon. So I went here, also this classroom right there, that was my 3rd grade class right there. I went here up until 3rd grade, and then we moved out kind of north of here, northeast of here. Same school system, but there was 2 elementary schools. I went for the remainder of my elementary school days, 4th through 5th grade, just a couple more years, to a Brandywine Elementary. So I got to meet a lot of friends within this school system in South Hancock Elementary. Oh my gosh, the gym. That's where I used to have PE. Going down memory lane, literally. That's where I used to go to school, folks. Oh my gosh, that is the same playground that was here over 30 years ago. I kid you not. Oh my gosh, and the same swings. The swings are in the same spot, the same location. And we used to play flag football out in this field here, in between the swings and the fence. It was lit. Oh wow, I used to remember it being a lot bigger than that, but wow, this place has not changed. So cool. And not too far away, back into town, I'm taking a right. First right, this street. I'm sorry, not this street. That's Schultz Street. That's more of an alley. Right here, Meadow Drive. Right up here on the corner, actually. Not too far. Right up here on the left. I believe this house Yes, this one right here, folks. This is where I used to live with my family. And it hasn't changed much. This would have been about 92 and 93, Meadow and Pine. I showed this once before, a couple years back, but I used to live here just a couple years. This is where we first lived when we moved to this area. And there's a basement, and in the basement we would have like our get-togethers, like Christmas parties, my brother's birthday party. This is where I lived when we first went to Florida, when we went to Disney World and Universal Studios for the first time. I have so many memories on that back porch right there, just alone, and riding my bicycle out in these streets. And that's it, that's the house where I used to live. Oh, one time I snuck into this little garage. I was a little rebel. The door was open and I just went right in. I was just looking, I was curious. I got yelled at, obviously. But yeah, all the memories coming back. Meadow and Pine, right back there, I used to live there. And then over here, oh yes, and it's open. The Frosty Boy Drive-In. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Oh my, so many grape slushies, hamburgers, crinkle cut french fries, memories of my mom, my dad pulling up here just like this, my brother and I in the back seat, getting out, going up to the window and ordering some lunch, just as I'm about to do. This place has not changed, folks. Those are the same tables, picnic tables, the same font, the same paint. This is so cool. Always love coming back here. Looks the same. Exactly. It's a frosty day for the Frosty Boy. Just below 40 degrees. But I'm surprised to see that they're opened up. It's the spring. Normally it's supposed to be warmer than it is now. But for old time's sake, and I'm hungry, I'm gonna order a burger. Yeah, why not? The menu and the ordering system hasn't changed. I paid up $9.40. They hand you this, and then they call your number when it's ready at the pickup window right here. I ordered at this window, and I'm picking up here. Here's a rundown of the menu, by the way. We got hot dogs, corn dogs, coney dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, all kinds of things. Tenderloin sandwich, which is an Indiana staple, pork tenderloin. And I've always got the french fries, the hamburgers, and the slushes. And I used to get a grape slushie when I was a kid here all the time. That was my favorite. And the ice cream as well, all kinds of ice cream. You name it, they've got it. Oh, and flurries. Those are like McFlurries, but they're just flurries. All kinds of stuff. The Frosty Boy. Right there's their information if you want to check them out. And it sounds like the tornado sirens are testing right now. 11 o'clock on a Friday. That's what it sounds like. We are at the far end of Tornado Alley, folks. I remember having to go down into that basement of the house I just showed you a couple of nights. Parents would get us because the sirens would go off. And yeah, thankfully nothing happened, but yep, tornadoes are a thing in the Midwest. And here we are. Even though it's cold outside, I'm gonna eat here just for nostalgic purposes. I just have to. Oh, I've got a I've got a slush and it's 40 degrees. It's always been in a white bag. French fries. That packaging's a little different. I don't remember those. They just say French fries. What kind of French fry do you like? I like the crinkle cut, classic crinkle cut, and it's because of this very place right here. Frosty Boy. Oh, here's my burger. I wonder if this has changed. Oh, that looks the same. Hold on, I'll show you in a second. All right, hold on. Here we are, just a plain burger. Pickle, onion, ketchup, mustard. That's normally my go-to. I don't mind other stuff, but that's the basics. And the slushie. It's the little things that get me excited. It hasn't changed. It's so good. So good. Here comes the slush. It's that right there. The combination of the fries, the burger, and the grape slush takes me back to the old 1993. Up until 2000. So there you go, 7-8 years of my boyhood right here in the New Palestine, Greenfield, Cumberland, South Hancock County, part of Indiana. Where am I? I forgot. Takes me back. Good times. Good times. Now that's a wide load. Whatever that was huge. And that was one of the best meals I've had in a while. That was great. So good. Got my slushie. Looks like they're hiring too. There's the hours. So if you're ever in New Palestine, stop at good old Frosty Boy. Like I used to do when I was a little boy. Oh, over here, this used to be a convenience store where you get donuts. Now it's a Mexican restaurant. That used to be a convenience store. Passing through this little town called Findlay, just off of Highway 52, down 100, County Road 100, over the railroad tracks, back over in this area is where I lived for, let's see, about 1997, 96, 97 to 2001. This is where I lived before I moved back to Newcastle. And we're coming up on it, not this one, but this one right here, and it hasn't changed. This was the only home I believe my parents ever actually owned. We moved so much, rented 99% of the time, but my parents owned this home from 1997 to about 2001 is when we lived here. So many memories right there. My room was in the back, actually the back left back here. And that barn is the same barn that was here where I stored all my toys and stuff. Same barn. So there you go. Just I've showed this before. I want to show it again real quick. I definitely will bring Chris the girl here and go more in depth about this neighborhood and all my childhood friends and what we used to do right here at Shellin Estates. Oh man, I could just remember it yesterday. I was climbing on top of this entrance right here of the neighborhood. I've got pictures. Used to climb on top of that thing with my neighborhood friends. And just a little neighborhood. Nice houses back here still. Cost of living in the Midwest is not like living in Florida though. It's a lot different. Yep. That field. I got stuck in that field one time. I'll save that story for later. Going along the same route that my mom used to take my brother and myself to drive us to school when we missed the bus. Come down the road up here at this stop sign right here and take a right to Brandywine Elementary, where I went for, I think I said it wrong earlier. I went here from 3rd to 5th grade. I only went kindergarten to 2nd back at New Palestine Elementary. The school's right up here on the right. These houses have never changed. As you can see, welcome to the heartland, the farmlands of Indiana. They used to say there's more than corn in Indiana. They still say that. Here we are. Haven't been inside this building since my last day of 5th grade. It has not been additioned. It has not been updated. It looks the same as it did back in 1999. The last time I stepped foot inside this school. Man, just as you always hear, it looks a whole lot bigger than it did back then. Right here's where the bus would drop us off, or my mom, as I was saying, if we missed the bus. Brandywine Elementary Bulldogs. And now they've got like a cute little bulldog. It used to be a mean looking English bulldog. They made it all cute. I kind of miss the old logo. It is adorable though. Looking out this way, those pines were there. Those old pines were there. Nothing has changed. This classroom right here, 3rd grade, Mrs. Wilfley. I remember her name. Mrs. Wilfley's class, my 3rd grade class, right behind that window. And then 4th grade was over here on this side of the building. And then 5th grade on the back side, which we can't get to, but there is the playground, the same playground. Not this one, this one's new. We used to play flag football out here, but this is the same playground, folks, that was here back in the 90s. A lot of recess out here. There was a movie that came out back in 95 called Now and Then with Christina Ricci and Demi Moore. The movie took back in 1970, and it fictionally took place in this area, more so Shelbyville, but there was a reference to Brandywine Creek. There was a scene where the girls were, I think, playing near or talking about the creek, but Brandywine Creek runs right behind my former elementary school. And that's why it's named Brandywine. It's named after the creek. Fun fact there for you, a little cinema history. Wasn't filmed in Indiana, but it took place right here in this region. Now and Then. Fun facts for you, J-Facts. And now heading into Greenfield, just a couple miles down the road, northeast of New Palestine. Got one more thing out here I want to show you before I make my way to Newcastle, where my family is. Just want to show you one more thing. And right here, stopped on Highway 40 at the corner of Pennsylvania and Maine. Actually, I'm going by it now, but I wanted to show you the historic Village Theater right here that has been recently restored because I used to watch movies here. I'm gonna pull off into this parking lot and walk up to it, hopefully. This building's seen better days. Check out this old warehouse right behind Main Street on the back alley here. Just had to throw this in the video. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Definitely has seen better days. Going down this alley here. It's a tight squeeze. Ooh, I made it. I'm making it. Yeah. And right here down on Main Street, across from the old Village Theater. It's not even called that anymore. It has had several owners since I last watched a movie there, circa probably 2000, 2001. But from about 1992 all the way up to that time, I had seen almost all new release movies in a theater until they built the Legacy 6 down the street, circa 1999, 2000. I'd seen a ton of movies in there. Jurassic Park, Dumb and Dumber, The Sandlot, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, Homeward Bound, you name it, Beethoven, Godzilla, Men in Black. I could just go on. Name a movie that came out during that duration of time that I mentioned from that era. I probably watched it in there. I remember watching The Beach in there, one of my favorite movies of all time, with Leonardo DiCaprio, in there with my dad and my brother. The Village sign used to sit right up here though. So I found this old photo of the Village Theater, how it looked back in the day when I used to go here. Notice on the marquee in the photo, gold member and blood work. So that would have been, I don't know, what, about 2000, 2001? I think I saw gold member in this theater. Not much has changed, has it? I love matching up these old photos then and now. Check it out. Village sign, long gone. Marquee, still about the same. There you go. And here's the downtown strip. It is still snowing, ladies and gentlemen. Little flurries coming down out of the sky. I don't know if you can see them on camera. But I'm gonna cross the street over here. just get a closer look. Maybe take a photo with the theater. Personal reasons, you know, nostalgic reasons. Crossing 40 here. Also used to come out here for Riley Days, the town festival, annual festival. Riley Days is a huge thing. Used to participate in that, sing in the choir. The school choir would come out here. There you go, there's the marquee. And the movie posters would go in here, of course. I can almost see Dumb and Dumber right there. Or maybe Little Ninjas. This is so awesome. Here's the ticket booth. We used to actually buy our tickets right here. Now back where I'm from, Newcastle, I lived there up until I was like 4 or 5, 6, before we moved out here. I have memories of watching my first movies at the Castle Theater, which I've shown many of times on this channel. The Castle Theater is where I first watched a movie in a movie theater. It's still over there, sitting vacant though. But yeah, I watched a good amount of flicks right here at the Old Village Theater. I noticed there's a W down here. That may have been the original name. I don't know if it was always the Village. But let me take a peek in here in the glass. Oh, the floor is the same. Oh my gosh, it hasn't changed. That is so neato. Oh man, I wish I could go in here. Maybe someday. Historic Tampa J moment right here. That looks awesome. Yep. So cool to be back here. The Sandlot. Who's Your Artist series? Check it out, April 9th. I guess if I wanted to come in here, I could come for that event. Check it out. Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park right here. And the old Napa Auto Parts, just a block away from the Village Theater off of 40. I never thought as a little boy here that I would grow up and work for that company for almost a decade, which I did out of college. Worked for Genuine Parts Company for about 9.5 years, almost 10 years, basically a decade down in Tampa. But here's the Greenfield Napa Auto Parts right here, across from this old church. Old brick church. Love the architecture up here. I miss it. You know, you don't get a ton of old buildings down in Florida. It's still pretty young. Oh, look at that. That's what I used to do back in Tampa. Just like that. Delivery driver. Parts delivery. Tampa J here. What's going on? Need some parts? Well, I didn't call myself Tampa J back in the day. Yep. Yeah, memory lane. I told you we'd come here today. I told you. I sure did. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today for my little travel adventure endeavor, my journey here to Indiana. Spur of the moment trip. And like I said, I don't know how much or even if I will film another video this weekend. The main reason I'm here is my grandma, my family. I'm going to take advantage of that time, that precious time. As I say that, I encourage all of you out there to you know, keep the loved ones close and your friends close, and cherish that time and those moments. And that's what I'm doing here. And had to get out a video, had to do something this weekend, and I thought today would be the perfect opportunity. I took a day off work today, my regular job, just to have an extra day to get here, make a video, have some more time. And so thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And another big, huge thank you and shout out to my amazing, beautiful girlfriend, Chris the Girl on YouTube, for allowing this to happen. Thank you for watching Bella for me. I love you. Appreciate that. I'll give everyone a hug for you, as you insisted I do. So I will do that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please keep your head up out there, and know you're awesome, and know you're loved, and know there's always much ahead. I've got so much planned for 2022. Sometimes spur of the moment trips like this happen in between all of that, so that'll probably happen again. But yep, gonna go see my grandma and give her a hug and spend time with her. And also I'm gonna see Mom. I'm staying with Mom this weekend. She moved back here last summer. You know, she used to live down there with me, and I didn't mean to go into all this here at the end, but some of you probably don't know. You haven't been watching very long, but my dad passed away back in early 2021, and my parents lived with me in Tampa for a little while, and so Mom moved up here last summer to be close with my grandparents and with my entire family, which I was really happy about that because I know it made her happy. But you know, I miss her living down in Tampa and having all those memories down there after we moved from here. But I'm so happy that she's up here and with my entire family, and I get to come visit. So another weekend endeavor, another weekend trip visiting family, which I've done before, but this was just kind of an emergency thing. You know, I gotta come give my grandma a hug. She's not feeling well. So there's a little more about me at the end, but I just want to say you guys have helped me get through all the hard times I've dealt with the past few years. If you've been watching from the beginning, especially you guys, thank you. You've made it easy. Well, easier. It's never easy, but you made things better for me just by watching. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I'm just going on tangents today. I think that's the whole vibe of the video. Just going down memory lane and rehashing some feelings and memories and having hearts to hearts. And that was the end of the video. I'm gonna end it right here, guys. I'll see you next time, whether it be here in Indiana or back in Florida. There's always much ahead. All right, gonna get my rental car, go see my grandpa, give him a hug, and then my grandma. All the whole family. So many of them here. I love you guys. Love you all if you're watching. Shout out to my family. I love you guys. Do anything for you. All right, peace out. That's it, right here in Greenfield, across from the Village Theater, where I saw Jurassic Park. Save the clock tower. That's what I would always think of when I saw that as a kid, was Back to the Future, of course. Anytime you see a clock tower, you think of Back to the Future. Yep. All right, that's it. Back to Newcastle is where I'm going. Where I need to go. Into my rental. So there was once a very low budget karate movie, like 1980s karate movie, filmed inside the Hancock County Courthouse, the clock tower. I can't think of the name. The poster used to be hanging up in the Village Theater, but it starred the one, the only, someone you've never heard of before, most likely, Herb Johnson. Ever heard of it? Probably not. But Herb Johnson was my karate sensei in the early 90s, and he had a movie made. They made a movie right here, and I believe in one of the scenes they climbed up. One of the climatic karate battles was at the top, up there in the clock tower. There goes the Napa truck again, and I'm going left. All right. It's like I never left this place. Good old Greenfield. Man, I could tell you stories. There's where I had my first grade birthday party, right over there. I've definitely showed that before. The old, I think it's the old Armory building or something. Yeah, got to dig back through some old videos to find that. I'll probably rehash that again one day. Maybe with Chris the girl. I'm a rambling man. I sure am.